I will go back from here from time to time. So then I started, you might have noticed that alcohol and drugs are part of my thing. Yeah, and it was part of my thing, but I always tried not to drink or do drugs when I came on stage because I knew if I started it, even then before I knew I was an alcoholic, I knew I was an alcoholic. Once I started, who knows what would happen. So, and I never liked to me it was like some comics maybe come up with like a more artful approach to it, but me it was a wrestling match. I had a sports background, and to me it was like, I'm here to win. I'm here to win, so I need to be clean. I need to be in shit. I need to be ready. I need to take down the audience. I need to pin them. That was my whole thing, to dominate the audience. So I didn't like to get drunk. I didn't like to get high before on and mess with my whole thing. So I tried to stay clean. But over the years, things happened. Let's see. One time, I was camping with my girlfriend at the time, and I had to go to open up for Robert Hunter, who was a Grateful Dead lyricist, at the cellar door. And we've been camping and tripping, and I dropped again the morning of the show. So by the time the show came on, I was still tripping my brains out. And I went on stage, and I lost it. I got caught in a loop. I got caught one of those things where, and my friend told me later, you would go like, God in his infinite wisdom and man in his infinite stupidity have joined forces to bring you. And then I'd say something like spam or whatever, But I was doing it over and over, and it was not getting a laugh. And I kept doing it, and I kept doing it. And I thought I was hearing laughter that wasn't there, of course. And finally, my girlfriend had enough, and she had a roast beef sandwich, and she threw the sandwich, and it hit me, and pieces of roast beef hung on and I started eating it off my shoulder, and the audience thought that was funny. And that's the only thing that saved me, because I was breaking down. I was really breaking down. And one time I was opening up for a band called, it was actually a guy named Peter Tosh. He was in the original Wailers with Bob Marley. I was a huge Bob Marley fan. So he'd come out, and he was playing this place, Warner Theater in D.C. It was a couple thousand people. And I was real excited. A buddy of mine, Rich Hall, is a comedian. He'd opened up for him in Philly the weekend before, and he called me and said, listen, whatever you do, don't go near backstage. I got a contact high. I could barely do my show. Well, at the time, Rich wasn't smoking a lot. I was smoking a lot. I thought I had, resistance build up, So backstage that night of the show, I'm the only really white guy back there. I'm wandering around, I'm pacing, I'm smoking, I'm pacing. And I'd never seen guys in dreadlocks before. And one of them called me over and goes, hey, funny man, come over here. And he handed me a burning baseball bat. I'd never seen a joint this big in my life. I didn't know if I was holding it properly. Was I too high on the grip, too low on the grip? Should I smoke it like a saxophone, a flute? I had no idea, And this was Jamaican weed, which I had not smoked Jamaican weed. That was only stuff in songs for me. I was smoking dirt weed, just dirt weed. And so I took 2 hits of this thing. Next thing I know, I was being introduced like it was underwater,
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to
My buddy said I came out, I laughed for 15 minutes, and I left. The only thing that saved me is they were as high as I was, and they were probably laughing at what they thought I was laughing at, Cocaine was a problem. Cocaine was a problem, it was a solution to a problem at the time, because I was a blackout drunk, and cocaine made me a wide awake drunk. So, but on stage it was a different. I never liked to do it again beforehand. But one day I got started doing it. And it was in Ohio. I was playing a club there, and I started doing cocaine at daytime. So of course I was still doing it that night, and I was doing it. And I remember I walked on stage. I started talking. Now I kind of talk fast anyway, and I can get that South Jersey mush going. But apparently I was spot welding all my words together, and it was just. And I could tell because the audience was looking at me like they knew something funny was happening, but they couldn't really decipher it. And so I actually said, hold on, folks, wait a minute. How about a round, a toast to Ohio State football, And so I got a couple of shots, and I'm trying to come down. But, of course, now they're sending me shots, and now I'm going the other way. So now I'm like, argh. So I go, wait a minute, folks, be right back. And I run actually, during the show, ran into the bathroom. And the club owner was in there waiting for me. He knew exactly what was going on. He laid out 2 lines of coke. I did 2 long lines of coke and came running back out. And I did the rest of the show for about an hour and a half. In the bathroom, out. In the bathroom, out. And afterwards, people would tell me, to go, that show, the one where you did all the bathroom breaks, that was a fabulous show. I mean, you were on fire that night. Oh, I was on fire.